Good evening. We are team number 4, and this is our magazine Live in 7.
So, the content. In this magazine, we are going to find, first of all, a note to all the students from the team. Then, we have two interviews, one of them with our genetics teacher, Mr. Carlos, and the other one with Miss Anneli, our probability teacher. After that, we can find anecdotes from two of the members of the team, one of them about a championship game and the other one about a concert. Then we have two articles. The first one is about how our prom got cancelled because of this quarantine situation. And finally, the second article is about the benefits that exercise has in students. The first note is a note to all the students out there. The note to all the students is a word from the team. This is our way to say to everyone out there that we get how difficult this situation is to all of us and how hard it is for students above all. But even with this complex situation, we cannot give up. This is the time to work harder than ever and demonstrate what we are made of. We believe in you, and we hope you enjoy this magazine as much as we enjoyed making it.
Okay, in this interview, teacher Carlos told us about his experience in high school 7. One of the first things that teacher Carlos said was that he had been working here for about 7 years. He is a dentist and he obviously works as a dentist, but he loves work as a teacher too. We asked him about the work environment, and he said that he's shy, but he has a good relationship with other coworkers. He never has a problem in the high school. Now we also do a tricky question, like he said that was about the payment that he received as being as a teacher in the high school, and he said like there's that never is not like in a tricky way, like making uh, a joke. We asked him like why did he decide to become a teacher, and he said with these words, "I love this. It is a common belief that many teachers, especially at this level, high school or college teachers, that we end up being teachers because we couldn't get anything else. But that's not for me. I am here because I love her, because I love teaching, as I mentioned. I love serving other people by doing this. So that's the reason. I'm not here because this is the only thing I got. No, at least not for me. We remember that he is also a dentist and he also worked as a dentist. One of the final questions that we did to him, it was that what was the most memorable experience that he lived in in the high school, like working in the high school. And he said that he really didn't know. Maybe that he said before it was like confident with some other students, and that's all. The final question was what was the work experience that he has working in the high school, and he said like he has a in another year he had a student that was killed because he was a drug dealer and it was hard.
This is the interview with our statistics teacher, Miss Anneli. And I have several questions for she. One of it was how long have she was working in the high school? She told me that 4 years, and it was great because I didn't imagine how long. And she told me that she liked working there because it was very satisfied and the work make her happy. And she enjoyed working with the students and teachers. And I asked her how was their work, the environment. She told me that it was very friendly, that it was like a family, and it was, and she spent the whole day with teachers and chatting and meeting, etc. And then I asked her why she did decide to become teacher, And she told me that in the field of her career, she loved the field, but that was not the space to grow up. So she decided to teach to other people her knowledge because that was the font of satisfying for her. And teaching student make her very happy, and she loved it. Then she told me that she had bad and good experiences, and I asked it for a good experience. She told me that she was on time with the second generation of bilingual groups, and it was a generation which she grew up along, and she enjoyed to talk with them. So she told me that in Teachers' Day, a lot of students gave her a lot of letters and poems and gifts. So she said that that day was one of the best day of her life. After that questions, I had to end the interview, and that was the interview with Miss Anneli. And this is my announcement. It's about a guitar. It's a place where you can buy a lot of instruments like basses and guitars, drums, saxophones, etc. And it's a good place to buy your first or any instrument you like.
Okay, this is my anecdote, and it was of the championship game that we played in November with the high school. That day was my first championship game ever, and it was crazy. I won, and I was the MVP. I did 70 total tackles. That's my record on a single game, and 25 total tackles. And I did a win pick with 59 seconds left. After a game, me and my friends we went to Buffalo, and I didn't go to school that day, and it was such a cool day. I don't think I will never be able to forget it. By far, one of the most fun days in my school life. I love that day.
A student and musician. This was my first great concert, and that was a day full of feelings. It all started very normal. I wake up to run, and then I went to buy some food for my bunny. At 10:30 a.m., I was home having breakfast, and then at 1 p.m., I was in school doing nothing and wasting my time until 5:40. When I head out to that moment, I realized I had a message from Nexa that it was a radio station telling me that I had the opportunity to play in an event as a guitarist. So I got really happy, and that night I went to a party and I had so much fun, and it was a really, really good day.
Well, prom, I don't think so, is an article about the situation that we are living. It's about the feelings that we are having with this quarantine, with the fact of ending high school with online classes that are very stressful with all the homework and all of that. And it talks about the fact of not having prom, that for some people is not a big deal, but for from others like me is really a bad thing.
This is my sponsor, and this is my store that is called Just Fresh Cakes. Call to the number if you want some sneakers, some Yeezy Jordan, and exclusive merch. We are on country in the Eugenio Garzazada Avenue in the number 3852.
Start now your 2020 with good shape without join now with our promotion of Snap Fitness 24/7. at $895 enrollment.
And this article, that is 5 benefits of exercise in students, it's about 5 most important benefits that are: exercise improves your physical health, exercise promotes brain development, exercise improves concentration, exercise boosts your mood, and a healthy body equals a healthy mind. I think that is important to read because it's really interesting and important.
Finally, we have here the references we use for this magazine. This is all from our part. Thank you very much for your attention.